Apply. Sanlam Life is a licensed life insurer and authorized FSP.
Sports worldwide.
Jessica Mdaung is here. Kaiser Mdaung Jr. is here. Bobby is at home.
By the name Mayela and also Apolis.
Stelupuza man. Apolis indaba yakhe. What's happening in indaba Apolis? We've been crying as our fans.
We only have one request for you. Please get us Napolis and that pyramid striker. Then we're good to go.
That is it possible if they will sign Oswin Apolis as a Kaizer Chiefs winger?
How far are you with the negotiations to get this Apolis guy from Polokwane City or this Velebai guy from Cape Town Spurs? Thank you, Ms. Marawa. Edgar from Polokwane.
Good evening, Robert Marawa, speaking to Lenga Malindis.
You've heard Apollos. We could name this Apollos FM.
And I think also our supporters must understand we hear them. And I think also talking about listening to our supporters, I mean, some of the decisions we made over the last few years, we listened to them. They asked for particular coaches, they asked for certain players, they got them. And the results didn't come. So it's not that we don't listen.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. And it's
9 years without a trophy for a big team like Kaizer Chiefs is a dismal performance. Why, our coaches, scapegoats? What about the management? Heads must roll, man.
Mina robo bengithi ayiveli ivulwe manje iligi zinje nelethe noma yipi team abayithembile futhi ikhosi izoba inkinga kakhulu lesizwe.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
One word, I can summarize it as big. It's a big, busy show today. So busy, we got Paralympians in the house. We got a major announcement that is coming up, an announcement of global proportions. That's all I can tell you so far. So stick around though, because you're going to be the first ones to hear about it right here on #MSW. And don't say I didn't tell you. But also another big announcement, guys, eh? I think many of you might have caught the tail end of it yesterday, but Showmax is changing up the streaming landscape in Africa once again. I mean, they're adding the Premier Soccer League, the PSL Bedway Premiership, South Africa's most popular football league, to the Showmax Premier League mobile sports plan. Now, a lot of you were saying, but hey, now it's going to cost a lot of money. No, it's not. It's at no cost. Now, this makes Showmax Premier League the most affordable and the easiest way for football fans to stream the best international as well as local football all in one place. Kind of seems like a dream, man. But to find out more, let's chat to Georgina Machiritsa, Executive Head of Marketing at Showmax, who joins me on the line to tell us a little bit more about what seems like a dream. Georgina, thank you so much for your time. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Rob. Good evening, MSW listeners.
Are you pulling our legs here? Is this meant to be like an April Fool's joke in September?
No, Rob. This is the big deal. Hey, like you said, it's a dream come true. We decided at the cusp of the new season to launch this proposition into the market. We love football. You know, our business is built on our love and passion for football. And I think for us, we decided to surprise our customers with this fantastic launch, still at the same price.
Still at the same price is what a lot of people have been asking since I monitored, social media streets from last night. Now, the big question here, Georgina, is why is Showmax making this edition now?
Listen, I think we are constantly evolving. We're constantly evolving our offering, and for us, it was important to be able to cater for our customers' needs. People that love football, love the English Premier League, and they love the PSL. So we thought, let's bring those two together, keep our price as is, and make the user journey for you to sign up to Showmax even easier. So you can sign up on showmax.com in under 5 minutes, and you've got access to, the best of the two most amazing leagues in the world.
So the one thing that people were trying to figure out is that last season, it was a case of all the Premier League stuff coming through for 69 Rand. In fact, all of the games were live on the mobile or any other device that people had. Now you're adding on the Premier Soccer League football this season. So both of those offerings are still coming through at the same 69 Rand.
At the same 69 Rand, Rob.
That is incredible. I mean, what is unique, though, about the Showmax Sports offering being available on mobile only? Because I think at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, is that people can have it with them wherever they are.
Yes. For us, Rob, it's affordability. So we want as many people as possible to have access to our offering. We want it to be easy to use. And we're mindful of data consumption and the challenges that come with that. So that makes up the unique selling proposition for us, to ensure that customers can access the best leagues at the best price, and and at a very mindful, structured way of, if you look at data consumption, because people always think, how much is it going to cost me? It's 69 Rand, but what about the data? So if you look at our offering, if you go on to showmax.com, you'll see all the plethora of offerings that we have there that make our product very easy to use.
But does the cost of the actual package, does that change?
It doesn't change. Your price, it's still $69, and if you go on to showmax.com, you might even see better offers there.
Yeah. And it couldn't have come at a better time, though, because, I mean, look at it. People have been yearning and crying for the local football to come through. And finally, this weekend is jam-packed. The league kicks off. They have a new sponsorship, etc. I mean, what a time.
No, what a time indeed, Rob. And we've done all the groundwork. The guys at Showmax have been not sleeping for the last couple of months, just to ensure that when customers log on, join in, sign up, they're going to have a really exceptional experience. So we're waiting for the guys to come through now.
What are the changes, though, Georgina, can the current and potential Showmax customers expect?
Listen, Rob, we don't stop, because like I said before, we're always evolving, always working on new things. So all we can say is watch the space.
Oh, the only space we can watch then clearly is on our devices, because it looks like that's where the magic's going to be happening.
That's where the magic is going to be happening. You're able to take the best leagues in the world wherever you are. There's no excuse to miss out on the games, and it's and this is how things are supposed to be. Things are supposed to get easier and better to use.
Showmax was trending last night when the announcement was made. How did that make the headquarters there at Showmax? You guys were smiling a bit?
No, we were smiling a whole lot, because it's easy. It's great when it breaks and you're trending and everyone is going, congratulations. But I think for us, it was really, we knew this moment was coming, but we were even surprised by the sort of the feedback that we got from the market. But it reaffirms that we made the right decision.
There's something about Capitec that I kept, figuring my way out, and I'm thinking, there is clearly a connect here between, Showmax Premier League as well as Capitec customers.
Yes. So if you go on to showmax.com, you pay $69, which is a really, really good offer. But if you're a Capitec customer, you even get a further 50% discount.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're really rocking our world. I think you're rocking South Africans and the Africans' world, because, Showmax is, it's a continental thing. It's not just about South Africa. And the more the game is spread across the continent, I think the better for everybody.
True. And we know the PSL travels very well across the continent, and everyone is looking forward to it. And ours is a Pan-African offering. So that's exciting for us as well, to take the game and make it accessible beyond the South African borders.
Hardworking, as always, Executive Head of Marketing at Showmax, Georgina Macharitsa. Thank you so much indeed. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Rob, and thank you to your listeners.
All right, looking forward to a great package there, man. Local football coming through onto your device there. So, Showmax Premier League, who would have ever thought?
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Jessica Mdaung is here. Kaysa Mdaung Jr. is here. Bobby is at home. Let me go to Quebeca. Sia, good evening.
Kaizer Chiefs supporters have been doing their part. They've been buying the merchandise and they've been going to the stadium. And unfortunately, when we are not happy, Rob, we're not going to sit and keep quiet. We're going to voice our opinion. But that does not mean we don't love the team. We have not been happy in the past years, but it seems as if Kaizer Chiefs management are trying to correct, those things. Hence, we as supporters, we are happy. And we'll always back the Kaizer Chiefs. And also, are we going to sign, at least one striker? Because the Kaizer Chiefs last season scored less than 35 goals. And for a big team like Kaizer Chiefs, it can't be that.
We're hard at work, and we're not just going to sign anyone for the sake of signing anyone. It is an area where we want to definitely strengthen.
#MSW. #MSW.
It's gone, 14 minutes after the hour. As I said, it's teaming. It's an exciting day today, a day of major announcements, a day of congratulations. We've got Paralympians here, we've got bronze medals from the Paris Paralympics. Everything is happening here tonight. I can tell you, though, that it doesn't get any bigger than sponsoring a certain tournament that is global, a sports carnival. That given the popularity as well as the viewership, it is the largest sporting event in the world without any shadow of doubt. And the run-up to the next 4 years starts just after the conclusion of the previous tournament. Now, it's an absolute global event that gives brands the opportunity to reach people in more than 200 countries. Yeah, I said it, 200 countries, making it understandable why high-profile companies, they kind of scramble, though, to relish the opportunity to be involved in this spectacle. And hey, this particular powerhouse that I'm about to introduce to you all, we love it. And especially, think about it. When you're entertaining and watching a beautiful game, this exciting new partnership brings together two titans, the world's favorite crisp brand, as well as the world's biggest and most popular single sporting event for men and women, to simply spread the joy of the beautiful game to millions of fans worldwide. We do have the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer, here in studio for an exclusive announcement right here on #MSW. Now, it is the first to break the news here in South Africa. And we are very honored to be given that privilege to do that tonight. Vilosha Soni is here. Vilosha, thank you so much for your time. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Robert. Thanks for having me here.
Oh, what a moment. Are you excited as you walked into the building? What is going through your mind?
I'm effervescent about it. It's super exciting for us, as you said, as the biggest snacks brand in the world, to be partnering on this incredible sporting opportunity to take forward the association of my brand and football, not just in South Africa, but across the globe.
Now, the beautiful thing is that for everybody that is listening, right? Or even not listening, because they'll get to hear about it after you make the announcement. It's going to be the very first time we hear these news. What is the news?
I am super proud and super excited to let you know that Lay's is going to be an official sponsor of both the FIFA World Cup 2026, as well as the FIFA World Cup, Women's World Cup 2027, Robert.
The official global sponsor.
Official global snack sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026 and Women's FIFA World Cup 2027. Halala.
Yeah. Let's go! Jeez, you're bringing this building to a standstill. What a moment. What really inspired this move from a regional supporter now to a global sponsor?
So I think, Robert, if you cast your mind back, right, you'll remember our global partnerships with the UCL.
Yes.
And also the Women's UCL Championship game that happened. We had some incredible partnerships with the likes of Lionel Messi, Henry. We had David Beckham. And we've brought that locally to make it more accessible using Lucas Radebe as a brand sponsor in South Africa. Based on the success of, just think about it, when you're around a big game, if for those of us not fortunate enough to be in a space where we can watch live in a stadium, to be in a space where we're able to bring the game and bring the joy of the game to life with our loved ones around the game on the screen and your favorite Laves flavor. What better gaming experience could you have?
And the most loved South African legend in Lucas Radebe. So I think that really makes a great deal of sense, because Lay's Replay Initiative, which involves building sustainable football pitches a lot of people say maybe they're not deserving or underprivileged communities. It's been a massive success. Can you tell us a little bit more, though, about the efforts, being expanded as part of your FIFA World Cup sponsorship? Because surely there is a link that's there.
Absolutely. And I think what's important for us, Robert, is although football's played on a global stage, it's also played with local aspiration. Every child, every youth out there that's ever dribbled a ball on a field has some aspiration of having the big game and the lights shine on him or her and scoring that winning goal to bring home a trophy that you could be proud of and to celebrate as a nation. So for us, bringing Lucas into the game for us and bringing it into spaces like the partnership with Amandla Social Enterprises and the Safe Hub space is to really bring underserved communities and give equitable opportunities for football growth in South Africa, and to allow the youth to aspire towards the global stage and where we want to see this growing ultimately. If you think about the Replay initiatives as a brand, it's about sustainability and our packaging. So the Replay pitches that we've put up, and one of which exists in Tembisa in South Africa, the first one in the country, is using Lay's packets being recycled into football fields. And that gives us, a sense of pride in being able to give back as well as we grow.
And the fact that you didn't just talk about the Men's World Cup, you also mentioned the Women's World Cup. And we as South Africa were so proud. I remember here in the foyer where the entire, Primedia family was watching Banyana play. They qualified through to the next round of that tournament. And now to rubber stamp that and say there is a level of gender equality, even when it comes to the sponsorship, so that they don't look and say, oh, top tier, second tier, third tier sponsorship is not the same in the female version of the game. What does that mean, though? Because it looks like it's something very intentional.
It is absolutely intentional, Robert. If you cast your mind back with our UCL sponsorship, it didn't stop at the men's league. It also included the Women's Champion League sponsorship. And again, we were very deliberate and very intentional in the space. Equitable opportunities to bring joy to everyone is part of who we are as a brand and what we want to continue to share, and making sure that we serve and in service of underserved communities and underrepresented portions of society is a big part of what we want to do in the sport, to raise the game and raise the spotlight on women talent and female talent and young youth talent in the country.
Right, that bit of breaking news, though, we're going to continue briefly after the break. And just to wrap things up, any questions, do send us a WhatsApp voice note. But it's exciting times, though. And as you've heard it right here, for the very first time, there has been a global launch. But as far as South Africa is concerned and the continent, you're hearing it for the first time.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
Register now at lottostar.co.za and unlock 100 free spins. Bet on over 650 games with payouts of up to 75 million rand. We've made over 12,000 millionaires this year alone. Don't miss out. Register now and claim your hot Lottostar free slot spins. Lottostar, your world of live games.
Lottostar is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. NRGP 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Building a successful business can be tough, which is why you need the best resources to drive it forward. Cashbuild and Suzuki Auto are here to give you a boost. Spend 1,000 Rand or more at selected Cashbuild stores and stand a chance to win a Suzuki Eco panel van or a Suzuki Super Carry. The Eco offers extra cargo space and fuel efficiency, while the Super Carry boasts a 750 kilogram load capacity and dependable performance. It's time to drive your business forward. Competition starts 22nd of July 2024. Visit suzukiauto.co.za for everything extra.
Leroy Merlin is turning 6, and we're giving you the greatest birthday deals ever. If up to 50% off sounds like a party, then discover spectacular savings on select items. That's decor divas, lights and pipes, tools and tings, and so much more to bring the party home. Leroy Merlin's greatest birthday deals Volume 6, out now in-store and online. Leroy Merlin, make your home the best place to live. T's and C's apply.
Get more with the new Redmi 14C. Snap sharp selfies with a 13-megapixel camera and immerse yourself in a stunning 6.88-inch screen featuring a smooth 120Hz refresh rate. Need space? With 128GB storage, you're covered. Buy now and score a free Redmi power bank. Perfect for staying powered on the go. Available now at Vodacom, Foschini, Incredible Connection, Mr. Price, Hi-Fi Corp, Edgar's, Take-A-Lot and more. T's and C's apply.
The next icons of style are at Sandton City, home of flagship and concept stores and the latest in international brands. Sandton City is proud to introduce the next icons of style in athleisure, beauty, luxury, and iconic timepieces. There is more to shop with new iconic brands and products shaped by local and global trends. Visit santoncity.com for more. Be inspired by all things new, next, and iconic at Sandton City, the city of icons.
Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Whether you're investing to live off the interest or your audacious goals, open a 60-month fixed deposit account and earn 12.8% interest at expiry. African Bank is more than just a bank, because when you grow, we grow. Join the bank that backs you. Visit an African Bank branch or go online to open your investment account. African Bank, audacity to believe. African Bank Limited is an authorized financial services and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Jessica Mdaung is here. Kaiser Mdaung Jr. is here. Bobby is at home. And let's speak honestly about one of your long-standing servants, Itumeleng Khune. Is he ever going to don the Kaizer Chiefs jersey?
I think everyone can agree that what he's achieved with this club is remarkable. I think from a playing perspective now, as you've seen with bringing in Fiacre, we're looking towards the future.
But just going back to my question, so he would never wear a Kaizer Chiefs jersey again?
Well, I'm sure he's probably wearing one right now. I mean, he's
at home, he's roaming around.
He's
in an official
probably
game.
wearing one right now.
Yeah.
So I think from our department in terms of the personnel this season, we have our 4 keepers.
And the offer to Itu obviously is to work with us at a marketing level, from an ambassadorial level. You've seen it happening with the Dwight Yorks and all the players.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
All right, if you're just tuning in, I can tell you that in studio, Lay's Chief Marketing Officer, the CMO, Vilasha Soni, is here, saying that Lay's has officially been named a global sponsor for both the FIFA World Cup 2026 and also the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027, and giving us the reasons why it's gone this way. And you hearing it first right here on hashtag MSW. And we know, guys, people talk about sport and so on, but hey, football's got that unique ability as well to bring people together. And when I ask how then does Lay's plan to leverage its sponsorship to unite these fans, both locally, globally, to contribute to communities through football, it is a unique platform that you find yourselves in. How are you gonna marry those together?
So, Robert, we're all probably as excited and as bubbly about this announcement as you are. So it's come hot off the press for us, and we haven't crafted out that full campaign. But what would be important for us is to make sure that we bring the game to as many people as possible. And we create that moment and that love of and the excitement of possibly those few consumers that we might get to take along on the journey into the stadiums to watch the game, and hopefully some final tickets that we'd be able to get our hands on. But create similar moments of joy and shared joy around your favorite packet of Lay's with your loved ones in as many opportunities in your home, watch parks, watch parties, try and bring the game as close to home as possible for as many South Africans.
Fan-centric experiences is what I love, because that's what the World Cup has taught us, since the Germany World Cup, which is when the fan parks first came to being. And since then, they've exploded. People say, okay, we can't afford these expensive tickets, but we go to these fan-centric centers, and it makes sense. It almost brings the game alive like it would. But there's also a legacy beyond the tournament, and I'm sure that you're quite keen as well to keep that legacy going. How does Lays plan to continue, though, the impact in the communities that it touches once the World Cup is over?
So I think I've mentioned a little bit. We have an initiative called the Replay Initiative. We've also partnered with some strong local partners as well as local celebrities. We intend to continue that journey, Robert, because what's important for us is that watching the game and the association with football is not something that we commit to as a once-off, right? We started with the UEFA Champions League, we're building on to the World Cup, and then we've got to see this continue to grow in that space. We are the world's biggest snack brand. We're going to be bringing the world's biggest tournament to life, and we want to see that growth continue for South Africans. The important part for us is being able to create the aspiration and to be able to create the stretch of South Africans seeing themselves on that international stage and being able to raise a cup and being able to raise our flag very proudly.
Any final word before I let you go?
I hope to be back to share a lot more with you in the weeks and months and year and the build up to the game. And, hopefully we have the opportunity to collaborate as we move along the journey and bring more exciting news and more unique opportunities and experiences to the audience.
Oh, congratulations, man. I think just on a global scale, the US breaking the news, South Africa breaking the news right here on #MSW. Lays officially being named the global sponsor. The FIFA World Cup 2026, also the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027. Lays Chief Marketing Officer, CMO, Vilasha Soni. Thank you so much indeed, and good luck and congratulations.
I'll sign off with no Lays, no game.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Jessica Mdaung is here. Kaiser Mdaung Jr. is here. Bobby is at home.
We want that guy who scored 2 goals, Apollos. We want Apollos.
About Apollos. Are you close to signing Apollos?
We're a big club and we want the best players. Oswin is a top talent and we're working tirelessly to make sure that we can bring top players to the team.
Like him.
People must understand we don't negotiate on our own here. The other clubs must also be willing to sell, must be willing to negotiate. And also we're competing in the market. Other people compete and also want the players that we're looking for. So understand that the guys are negotiating in good faith and making sure that they get the players that they can get.
#MSW. #MSW. Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Sporting Director at Kaizer Chiefs, Kaiser Mdaung Jr., good to see you. Welcome. Sporting Director carries a very heavy tag. What are you sensing? What are you promising?
And if you look back now, you said almost a decade without a trophy. Like, that's totally unacceptable for a club of Chiefs' size. So our core business right now is to play football, win matches, get points in the bag, put trophies in the cabinet, and can't shy away from the fact that we've had a complete shift. We have had real deep introspection into what are the areas that we need to work on. And we're promising, one, to be realistic and to do a proper calculated, can't say a rebuild, but we're doing a reconstruction.
#MSW. #MSW.
Yeah, interesting what's happening on social media right now. Braneo was asking, how do you measure the return on investment for your sponsorship of the World Cup, particularly in terms of brand loyalty and also sales impact? And how do you balance the global appeal of the event with the varying preferences of snack consumers in different regions? So, hey, CMO, got to make sure that next time you pop around, you get to answer these and other related questions, though, that people are putting forward. But right now, though, as I promised you, it's a busy show. It's an exciting show. It's a show where Paralympians have just come back into the country, extremely successful, and with so much to offer. I remember this man when we were still in the previous building. In the old building, and we had a conversation with him, and I was asking him about what it is that he wanted out of life, and he was very teary-eyed. He was very emotional But here he is today. He comes back with a Paralympic bronze medal. I call them trailblazers, history makers, refined talent. I mean, there are no better words, though, to describe these heroes. And what a heroic welcome that they received on their return home last week. Paralympic bronze medalists whose success stories are stuff that dreams are made of. I mean, celebrating their victory after years of perseverance, 31-year-old Donald Ramphadi. I mean, he developed what they call brittle bone disease at the age of 12. He won the French Open doubles last year, also becoming a finalist in the doubles at the last 2 Australian Opens. Then there's the 37-year-old Lucas Sithole. He also has his own story of triumph. I mean, he lost his legs in a train accident when he was, 12 years old as well, and went on to win the US Open singles in 2013 and also the Australian Open doubles in 2015. And with their victory in Paris, South Africa became the 13th nation to win a Paralympic medal in wheelchair tennis since the sport became a full medal event in 1992. Imagine that. Imagine being part of that level of history. That's not all, guys. That is not all. They also secured Africa's first wheelchair tennis medal in the quad doubles. Great, huge, and humbling honor to welcome these champions on hashtag MSW tonight. Well, don't grab tissues, guys. Maybe tears of joy is what we're going to be looking out for more than anything else. Donald is here, Ramphadi. Team SA Paralympic bronze medalist. Lucas Sithole, Team SA Paralympic bronze medalist. Both of them are here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a warm welcome. Yeah, see the clapping around the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Donald, let me start with you. Good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Dumela, Mr. Marao.
How are you doing, bro?
Kishapona.
I'm easy. You know, when I look at you now, I go back to my previous conversation with you when you spoke to me.
Mm-hmm.
Was it about a year ago?
Yeah, a year ago, I think, yeah.
Did you think then, when you broke down in tears in the studio, that you'll return back as a Paralympian bronze medalist who has made and shattered the history books and made records as you've done right now?
To be honest, definitely I know that I'm a warrior, but as I said the other time when I was sitting here with you, that there was actually a lot of things that were going on. And I just didn't know how long I was going to hold on, because obviously there is a lot of things that are happening. And that's why I was actually shedding tears here on your show. So, yeah, I believe in myself. I always believed in the thing that, I do have a talent and I can go far.
And then tell me about teaming up now. I mean, both of you coming together. How did that work out?
To be honest, with Lucas, to be honest, that's something that we didn't actually talk too much about it. As is the connection, the connection that we had before we can even start playing. I mean, we go to the village. The first day, Jay, it's something that we actually never done. We were together. We did most of the things together. We went to eat breakfast, supper together. I think everything started there. Me and him just connecting in that way, because we actually never got a chance to actually practice doubles together here in South Africa. So the only chance that we had is when we were that side. So, the connection that we had, I think it was the magic out of everything.
Sure. Sithole, welcome. Firstly, congratulations.
Thank you, Baba.
It's amazing that you walk a journey and both of you are already in your 30s, almost knocking on 40s. You get a first-time experience to team up together. Then you come back jointly with bronze medals. Has that set in? I mean, how are you feeling, Joburg, right now?
Oh, I can't describe the feeling by the words.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a very special feeling for me. Since I came back from the ban, I spent 2 years without playing any tennis. And then I came back. I did 2 World Team Cup with Donald, and one of them we brought silver home. We lost in the finals. Yeah, so we've been playing together there and there, but we never had like a tour together where we can say we're playing against those nations that we were playing against in the Paralympics, But I know that Donald likes to play an aggressive tennis. He likes to come in, he uses a lot of power, and I'm a neutral player. So I play more at the back. So it was easy to put those things together, and we tried to conquer the world. But yes, it was, even though we didn't have so much chance to practice together here in South Africa, we only practiced when we at Paris, also in a clay court, because here in South Africa, we don't have so much clay court. So yeah, it's one of the special medal that I have.
But that even makes your story that much more unique, though, because if you're saying that you did not practice here in South Africa, you only got a chance to do it when you were in Paris, even makes it so much more sweeter. You touched on something that I want to go back to, because that would have messed up a lot of athletes psychologically, because when the International Tennis Federation threw that 2-year ban on you, but you were resilient enough to not let that knock you down. In that period, was there a time where you thought, you know what, maybe it's over for me? Maybe there'll never be a time when I overcome this doping ban and I bounce back and I become a champion again?
Oh, no. I never let this thing to take me down. I took it as a setback.
Yeah.
And I told myself, you know what, Lucas, just sit back and relax. Your time will come again, because there's no dustbin for a human being. I know a lot of people have said things about my name. Many people, they didn't understand why I was banned. I keep explaining, I just missed 3 tests in a row for anti-doping. I didn't use any substances. Yeah. I never tested positive, nothing. It was just those
procedural things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, it's fine, let them play, but I will come back. I just told myself, you know what, keep doing what you do, because I was just sitting at home, doing some little bit of a business, doing a little bit of music there and there. But yeah, I told myself, you know what, I'm going to come back strong. And then this happened. And then, ngizoyifila kahle. Yabona abantu mangabe sebelahlele ngamazwi, kodwa bengazi ukuthi uNkulunkulu ubekeni ngawe, ukuthi uNkulunkulu yini akayifisayo ngawe. Yabona mina ngangifisa ukufana noLucas Hadebe, ngidlala ibhola, but inkosi yayinamanye amasu ngami. Yathi inkosi, no Lucas, angeke wena udlala ibhola, ngifuna wena udlale itennis, ukhombise abanye abantu ukuthi ukukhubazeka akusisi isici futhi akusisi isono, kuyimpumelelo ngenye indlela mina engidala ngayo izinto. So mina lokho ngakuthatha ngakwamukela, ngakwenza ukuthi kungikhulise ngokomqondo nangokomzimba, ukuze ngikwazi nami ukubeka isinkwa etafuleni kubazali bami.
Awubekanga nje kuphela isinkwa baba, uzibuyisele ne-medal indondo e-bronze. And I think in summarizing exactly what you're saying, and the belief in the man above, and saying that no matter how much people throw at you, no matter how much negativity people throw at you, no matter how much people use fake soil to try and bury you alive, it is not their will. It's the will of God to overcome. And being able to withstand all of that, having a dream. We would have had about Lucas Abau too, that were famous and popular in playing football. Lucas Katebe as well as Lucas Tole. What a moment in time in history as well. Sure. One day we'll delve into many other aspects of your life, because you're a motivation on many different levels. And you were hinting, though, that you were at home doing a little bit of music. I think what you were trying to hint is that come the end of the show, you're going to sing for us as we say goodbye. So stick around, guys. We're going to be back with the Paralympics.
Hashtag MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time.
Hashtag MSW. In a race to find South Africa's best double cab bucky, consider the GWMP series with
9-inch touchscreen, voice recognition, CarPlay, wireless charging, 7 airbags, up and down hill assist control, blind spot warning, retractable rear step for easy access to the largest load bin in its class, and
fold up rear seats, so Fifi won't sit with his paws on the designer leather-stitched seats. Use your brains. Go with more in the GWMP series from 6,399 per month. Visit gwm.co.za for more. T's and C's apply.
Dear Journal, day 2981 of trying to be an adult. I couldn't wait to move into my own place and start decorating. Then I realized how expensive it is to move into your own place and start decorating. Anyways, I'm super into minimalism now.
Got evicted from the family home? Get covered at pineapple.co.za. It's like 570 Rand a month, so it's 100% the insurance for you. Underwritten by Old Mutual Alternative Risk Transfer Insurer Limited, licensed non-life insurer and authorized FSP. Premiums are risk profile dependent.
That's Harold Nedforest Hotline, Rowan on the line.
Harold, help. Last year, I forgot my wife's birthday.
Whoops, let me guess. Things got a bit hairy, hey?
No, the exact opposite. She swapped my shampoo for hair remover. There's not a hair left on my head.
Ooh, smooth.
Please help me get it right this year.
You can get a lot more than right. Just visit Netflorist and order the biggest birthday bouquet you can, and your head will be all taken care of. Netflorist, it's easy to show you care.
Become one of 10 millionaires with Spar. Competition ends 6 October. Buy any participating product and swipe your rewards card for a chance to win. Like 2-liter Spar full cream or low-fat ultra-pasteurized fresh milk for only $32.99. Save 4 Rand with rewards. Or 2-liter Spar sunflower oil for just $59.99 with rewards. Price is valid until 22 September. T's and C's apply.
At Trinity House, we empower our students to succeed together. Our team of passionate teachers and expert coaches want to work with you and your child to achieve academic and sporting excellence. Visit our open day on the 14th of September, 9 a.m. to noon at any of our campuses. Don't miss this opportunity to experience our cutting-edge academic programs and beautiful facilities. RSVP today at trinityhouse.coza. See you on September 14th.
Attention fight fans! Hollywood Bets has set the stage for the world's biggest fights. Enjoy electrifying boxing and MMA action, packed with knockout punches, colossal kicks, and triumphant submissions. Will you be crowned the champion? Bet now!
Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bet supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Jessica Mdong is the marketing director of Kaizer Chiefs. Jess, good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you. Lovely to be here. Loving your new space.
You can breathe.
Yes, lovely to be here. I'm enjoying it. The last time I was here, you were squatting in another section, so I'm loving the new digs.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's almost like terminology that I can almost use back and say, nice space at Naturina. Last time, it was almost like you guys were camping outside the top 8. Now you're using a different approach.
Shots fired.
Don't worry, that's not a dig, Kaiser. I'm using the analogies that have been brought forward positively.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
Flying back to Paris, man, that's exactly what is happening right here in studio because, hey, we are littered here with Paralympic bronze medals. Now, Donald Ramphadi is here. Team SA Paralympics bronze medalist. Also, Lucas Sithole is here. Team SA Paralympic bronze medalist. And as we're heading to the break, we were talking all manner of things. We're also live on the YouTube channel, by the way. And if you want to send any message of congratulations, any questions that you want to send through to them, you know the number. Send a WhatsApp voice note. Otherwise, you can call us directly in studio. The number is 011-883-8947. 011-883-8947 because it is not every day, guys, that we get to rub shoulders with individuals that have made history. Donald. US Open was a possibility, right?
Yes.
Paralympics was a possibility, but it was a timing thing.
Exactly.
Do you regret the decision that you took?
Not really.
Not?
No.
Tell me why.
Obviously we wanted to play US Open because when we got the news that US Open is not going to be there, we actually try to send emails as players to say, you know what, since all the dates are clashing, can you at least put it like a week away and all that? But that didn't happen. But, you know, to be honest, Rob, the reason why we are cool with the fact that it's not happening is because of they thought of, you know, compensating us in somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So we are fine as long as they're taking care of us. So yeah, obviously, I mean, if I had to choose, I would choose to go to the Paralympics, because I remember when I started, you know, playing professional, I always wanted to represent my country in a you know, a bigger stage in the world. So I'll definitely go for Paralympics.
I mean, any time, any day. And again, I'll ask you, Lucas, just winning the medal, what does this now do, let's say, for wheelchair tennis in South Africa? We were proud the other day. We had a celebration of a Wimbledon champion in KG Monchan. So already the profile has grown. You've taken it to a different level at the Paralympics. What does your victory, guys, I'll throw it to you, Joburg, what does that mean, though, to wheelchair tennis?
I think it's going to open a lot of doors. I hope, actually.
Yeah.
If it's going to open doors for the youngsters who are looking up to us. I'm not sure if you still remember when I won the US Open. 2013.
Yeah.
Yes, there were a lot of youngsters coming up. And funny enough, Donald was one of them.
He was a youngster.
Yes. But then today, I'm sharing a court with him. He's giving me instructions in a court.
And making double faults.
No. He only did two. He only did two. Did two.
And I mentioned
yes, okay.
I remind you of it because when you publicly mentioned it and you said he owes you a couple of double shots of whiskey.
Yes.
So I don't know if he's delivered on the double shots yet.
Oh my God.
I never forget these things.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Rob, you know, for us, we're hoping this is going to open doors for us in terms of sponsorship, because the equipment that we're using is so expensive, especially because it's a man-made wheelchair, and it's customized to your position of sitting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not. I can't play with Donald's chair, and he can't play with mine. So you know, we need sponsorship to help us. You know.
Give me an idea.
Yes.
I mean, when you talk about a customized wheelchair, what are the cost implications of that?
Okay. Most of it is the sitting and the height.
Okay.
That makes a huge difference. And the camped wheels. You know, the sitting makes it special because of your balance, in terms of your balance. Mm-hmm. Some other guys use a higher back rest. Some use a lower back rest so that they can move the chair with their hips to anticipate the ball which is coming back.
Right.
You know, you can move your hips, but you use your hands to push forward. But to go sideways very quickly, you need to use your hips. But then you need a special straps which is going to strap you down to your wheelchair, so that when you move, it stays with you. It's like when you dance. You need those shoes,
Yes.
you know, to balance.
For balance, yeah.
Yes, so it's different. Those things are very expensive to us. So that's why we keep saying, please, can the private sectors, also the government, try maybe to invest in us, because we do carry our flag. We do go all out there. I'm not sure if you saw the celebration when we won the last point. I went on the floor. There's a special thing. Why did I went on the floor? Because in South Africa, we don't have a clay court. But then we went and Donald, and we pushed and pushed and pushed. I remember one thing. I'm going to tell you this, Mr. Rob.
Sure.
Donald, my partner, he made a double fault, right? And then he comes back and then he says to me, Lucas, come on, we're doing this now. I'm like, come on, dude, we just make a double fault now. So what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
But then I knew, because on his face, I knew that he didn't mean to make a double fault. He was trying to make the play, but he missed the ball. But then the thing is, he comes and win the next point. You see, by making that double fault, he didn't mean like I'm doing this intentionally. I could see when he was telling me like, Lucas, we're doing this now. I could see in his eyes, in his face, like he wants it so badly. It's just that he was unlucky to make it, you know.
But it's also a crucial, critical point that he's about to make, because it's do or die. The Brazilians, who all we know that is they're very, very good.
They were all over us. They were all over
very,
us.
very
They
good.
were coming with everything they had.
But explain further though the celebration before I go back to Donald. So in the end, you highlighting a very important point that we don't have clay courts here in South Africa. So you can't even go and say, hey, I'm going to clay court X to go and train. But then you get to a World Paralympic event, and then you come back with a bronze, not having access to that, not having access to sponsorship, not having access to anybody giving any form of money or compensation. And then guess what? South Africans, yeah, well done. And then we put out the South African flag, and then we sing, Nkosi Sikelel, hey, they've done well. 80 blow, what, and everything happens. So all I'm saying is that we are hypocrites as a country, because we love glory, but we don't go through the fights and the struggles that you have. That for me is a shame.
Yabona lapho uyishaya khona esikhonkosini ngesizulu basho njalo. The thing is, Mr. Rob, is when I heard that I was in a team, making the team for Paralympic, because I got a wild card, because Donald is ranked higher. He was well number 5 before they announced the wild card. So I got it because I have to play doubles with him.
Sure.
And then Nyati Foundation, they came on board in my life as a sponsor. So they helped me to prepare for the Paralympics. So I was preparing myself in a hard court. And I was communicating with Donald once in a while, like, how are you doing? Do you understand? Also, he was preparing himself on a hard court. And then we went to Paris. They gave us that 9 days to practice before the draw was made.
Yeah.
And every day, me and Donald, we tried to practice twice a day. One session in the morning, one session afternoon. Because we were trying to get used of that court, how to push, how to move around, how to communicate, because we never had a chance, me and Donald, to play tournaments all over in the world together. Because those countries, especially Netherlands, Brazil, Canada, all those countries, they have two players going onto the same tournament. But we only have that 10 days gap to practice and communicate and put all our things in together to say, okay, Donald, if you're going to play like this, I'm going to play like this. And then Donald's going like, Lucas, I want you there. I said, Donald, I want you there. We all made it happen there when we at Paris.
And I think that you're saying even makes the victory so much better, makes the bronze medal so much more palatable to say, guys, you struggled. I mean, playing hard court as a surface versus grass court as a surface versus clay court as a surface, those are completely different things.
Very different.
And you can't slide and glide on a hard surface as you can on a clay surface.
Sure.
And
True.
And I think when you mentioned it last time, the issue of not being able to get those sponsors, give me an unashamed number and figure of what it takes to prepare an athlete and athletes like both of you for a major tournament like the Paralympic Games, including wheelchairs and everything else that you might need. Are you able to give me a figure? What does that amount to?
Okay, before I get to that, Lucas, Djokovic also makes double faults, my man. So, okay, let me get to the thingy. Okay, I'll only estimate that.
Jab, boom, boom.
Okay, I can only estimate the money, because I remember last time when we were actually doing the proposal, me and my manager, we go to the amount of 900 and something thousand to only travel, to only do my 18 tournaments a year. And then with the wheelchair, it's something that you can most of the players, they change their wheelchair after 4 years, which is mine. You said I heard you last time, you said you think it's 170, but mine, because of whatever customizations and whatever, it was actually 260. The one that Aspen actually bought for me. I don't know if you know about it. I think last time when I came here, I didn't have a wheelchair. So yeah, Aspen came through and then they got me a wheelchair, and I appreciate. I got the medal with their wheelchair. So thank you very much.
Well done, Aspen. Well done, Aspen. I mean that's what we want, guys. And I'll say it again, and I know that there are people that are listening who have the means. Not, let's say you don't have the means to give the money or to sponsor, but you've got the means to open the door. You've got a means to speak to somebody who can make it happen. We can't be having athletes of this caliber, of Paralympic medal-winning caliber, and as a country, we're still struggling, but we're willing to hoist them. Anyway. Lucas, you're about to say something.
No, Donald. 2016.
From 2016?
Yeah, I'm still using that chair. From 2016. I don't gain weight, I don't lose weight. I don't get stressed, I do stress other people. But Rob, I think that's our biggest challenge at the moment as a wheelchair tennis athlete.
Yeah.
To get the equipment. Because we need to update our equipment yearly. But because of funds, we can't do that. And bigger, we are going to check at 2016, so we need bronze.
Imagine.
But manje, I have a full trust and hope. Because before Ngizoya, Kuma Paralympics, Inyati Foundation bought me a brand new Mercedes.
Wow.
They gave it to me. Years back when I won US Open. So inkosi yathini, Lucas Linda, you're gonna get burned. Hlala ulinda. Isikhathi sakho siyeza. Banginiki bands ngababuyela nebronze.
It's a B&B. Hey, it's a B&B exchange. Guys, I love the spirit. Can you imagine? Other people have come back and lamented the fact that, we don't have this and this. But this is happening with the biggest joy and smile and banter you can ever think of. So can you imagine how much more success? Hey, post-Lucas, post-Donald, the younger generation of both of them trying to come up but having to go through the same struggles. I don't think, guys, it is fair as a country. I don't even want to talk Saskog and other things. Nkwali Ubongani says that these gentlemen hoisted and carried our South African flag very high at the Paralympic Games, having won Africa's first Paralympics wheelchair tennis medal. What motivated, what kept them going in pursuit of this medal whilst making history? A fantastic question. We have a couple of seconds left of the show. We need you to come back. We need you to share this magic. We need you to keep inspiring the nation. When you should be doing stand-up in between all of these.
I just want to, before we end, I just want to add something.
Sure.
Especially with our federation. I feel like they can do better, especially with, us getting sponsors. I feel like if they can put us, they can post us, they can actually brag about us. I feel like they have power to actually get us out there so that, companies and people can actually know about us and actually come in board and sponsor us.
Saskog, that's aimed at you, and we're saying it very openly here. We're not going to hide. I've heard athletes that have come here who've talked about coming back from running, extending themselves, having to fly back to South Africa in economy class while, the big shots, the ones in suits, are sitting in business class. I'm not sure what they were doing there, but they were sitting there. Athletes, have to sit right there at the back. What is your final word, and what would you want to see happen differently, Lucas?
My final word would be, I would like to thank all the people that supported me during those humps I was going through in my life. There were a lot of challenges, but they stick to me. And I also thank Inyati Foundation for everything that they have done for me and for giving me that allowance to train. And also I want to thank my doubles partner here, Donald Ramphadi. Thank you, young man, for letting me lead in those two last points of the game. But seriously, to deep down in my heart, thank you. You show a fighting spirit. You kept me on the game, and you gave me the right way to come back into this game, because we already gave the world the statement that South Africa is coming in a quads division and we're coming to take it all. And I want to tell you, Mr. Rob, that I'm coming back fully in competition now with the help of Inyati Foundation. I'm going to be traveling with this guy. Wherever he goes, I'm going to be there so that we make it on the 2028 in LA. We're going for gold in Paralympics. Oreganjan.
I agree.
I think on that positive note, guys, I think it's a tearjerker, but also a celebration of just the human endeavor and the human spirit. And that's what these guys have brought here. I mean, Donald's 31, Lucas is 37. That's all I'm saying. Age does not matter. And in LA, they go for gold.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time.
#MSW.